Hey guys, if you're bored and you like video games, check out the newest episode of the Geekdom 101 podcast over on geekdom101.libsyn.com with the announcement of the PS Classic. Myself and my former video game podcast co-host Mr. Eddie discuss the PlayStation 1 era. So if you were around back then, or even if you weren't, check out the episode and download it right here, episode 7. I'll leave a link down below so you can download the episode and enjoy a stroll down memory lane, reminiscing on the PS1. So much fun, such a great discussion. I think y'all will enjoy it, and let's get to the Heroes review right now. Super Dragon Ball Heroes Episode 4 of the promotional anime has dropped tonight as the Prison Planet arc continues in the story here. I have been covering the manga and the anime version of this, so check out the Dragon Ball Heroes playlist for that, plus other information on the game, the characters, the storylines, and all kinds of stuff in the Dragon Ball Heroes universe. But needless to say, the anime series, again, this episode is 9 minutes and 18 seconds. They're going to be short 10-minute episodes. Big disappointment to many, including myself, but I'm still going to watch because, well, maybe I'm a glutton for punishment, but I also love Dragon Ball, and I do think that it can still be fun, even though it's not great. As long as I'm entertained for 9 minutes and however long it is, I can't complain too much, but it's still kind of meh sometimes. Now, when it comes to episode 4, this is the birth of Super Few as we pick up where we left off with the last episode, which is Vegetto Blue versus Cumber Golden Great Ape. And the episode starts out replaying what we saw last time, which was Cumber blasting and defusing Vegetto back into Goku and Vegeta. The power of Cumber is so great that the prison planet itself is in danger. You know, in the last episode, we saw like damage being done to like the cracks of the outer shell or whatever you want to call it of the prison planet. And now this dude's using mouth blast to just terrorize everything. And even Few is afraid of what could happen. But before he gets involved, Goku and Vegeta go Super Saiyan and try to cut off Cumber's tail because that's how you beat a great ape. You cut off their tail. But Cumber's tail just whips Vegeta away like nothing. So that didn't quite go the way they planned. And even Trunks gets involved and tries to chop it off with his sword, but he just gets whipped away. And there's actually a pretty cool scene where it looks like Cumber's about to step on Goku, and they actually tease you like he did step on Goku, but Goku's holding back his foot, pushing it up. Now, this to me is a little tiny bit unrealistic here, because if this guy is strong enough to defuse Vegeta with his mouth blast, I don't understand how Goku in his regular Super Saiyan form, not even blue, not a fusion, is able to hold up Cumber's foot. Like, here we go again with the nonsensical scaling. That shouldn't really make much sense, right? There's not even a Kaioken here. Nothing. What? No, that's dumb. Cumber should be strong enough to just step on Goku and finish him off like that. So, anyways, the Saiyans do nothing. Golden Cooler tries to do something, does nothing. Few, he's in his laboratory. The computer goes off. We're in trouble. The prison planet's in danger of the chains, like, around the planet cracking, and that is bad. Few is very worried about this. Now, when it comes to strength, Few is the son of Mira and Toa. That's what the original storyline told us. So his power, of course, will vary depending on what the writing team for the anime wants, because Mira's power has gone up and down depending on what game you're playing or what chapter of what game you're playing. So just like with everything else in Heroes, people are just as strong as they should be. But I still think that Goku pushing up the foot is still quite illogical within the confines of this particular story. But it turns out that Cumber was just messing with Goku and finally appears to step on him, and Mai freaks out. Of course, we know that Goku's not going to die. I mean, come on now. Not right now, anyways. So instead of dying, Goku transforms to Super Saiyan Blue and pushes Cumber's leg off. And again, I'm still really skeptical that Super Saiyan Blue Goku has the power, even though he's in blue, has the power to actually push Cumber's gigantic golden great ape foot off of him. But either way, I find it, unrealistic, but also it was a cool scene. So I got to give them credit with cool music in the background too. Let's be fair here, but I don't think that Goku should be able to do that, especially since how Vegetto had trouble with Cumber, regular Goku couldn't, but we saw those problems in Super, so unfortunately they are here as well. So Goku flicks on the Kaioken, and in fact, this is Kaioken times 20. Kaioken Blue times 20. Niju Daiba is what Goku says. So Goku punches Cumber in like the forehead between his eyes, and this was kind of funny. Cumber goes in for like a pimp smack, like he swings his arm like Goku's a fly or something, just tries to swat him away, but he doesn't connect. Cumber fires a big mouth blast and again is causing more damage to the outer shell of the planet. Goku gets on the ground and it's pretty well animated, I thought. I mean, it's a little stiff because this animation is not going to be anywhere close to what they're doing for the Broly movie. Don't even compare the two at all, but it looked cool. Like, this scene actually looked pretty cool. Goku comes down, does a Kamehameha, really cool looking, like I said, and Cumber just sticks his hands out and like dematerializes it. He like literally makes the Kamehameha vanish, and I thought that was, it was kind of funny, like how calm he is about the whole thing. Even though he's supposed to be a big ape and angry all the time, he seems to be quite chill and not even sweating this fight with Goku. Cumber tries to punch Goku, and then suddenly this purple ki blast just interrupts the fight. Goku backs off, goes back into base, looks over, and it is indeed Fu with his arms crossed, looking pretty damn cool, staring at Cumber, and he looks like he means business. And if you saw the preview for the upcoming Dragon Ball Heroes chapters that they put out in Japan for the game, you kind of know that Fu does come in and get involved here, but we haven't seen how it plays out in this version of the story, in the actual promo anime, not just the promo like videos, for the game. They're two different things. They're similar. They're done by the same animation team, presumably, but they're not. Like, this episode's actually the whole story, not just a piece of it, if that makes sense. That was just a teaser. This is the actual story, or so we're led to believe. So something really unusual happens here, something we've never seen before. First of all, Cumber does manage to crack a hole. He creates a hole in the outer shell of the planet. Fu, of course, is there to make sure nothing bad happens. He pulls out what looks to be a sword, but it kind of, the way it was drawn, looked like a magic wand at first, like if you look at it from a certain angle. And what he does is he holds up the wand and takes the energy from the artificial moon that Cumber created in the last episode and just sucks it into the wand, and then or the sword, whatever, and then swings it, and Cumber loses his golden great ape form and goes back down into his regular humanoid form, his traditional base Saiyan form, whatever you want to call it, and just not in great ape form. And if you remember in the preview for this story arc with Fu a few weeks ago, if you remember, it implied that Fu was going to fight Golden Great Ape Cumber in like a transformed form called Super Fu, which is going to be like a card in the game. It's probably already a card in Japan. And notice that didn't happen here. Instead, Fu shrinks him, for lack of a better term. So it's interesting again how the promos don't match up with the actual events. So base form Cumber comes at Fu with some punches, and Fu dodges them. So is it implied that Cumber is... Okay, this is weird. So does this mean that Fu is as strong, or at least close to being as strong, or maybe stronger than Vegetto Blue? Like, is that what they're telling us here? The fact that he was able to dodge Cumber? You would think that the speed would be a factor, unless Cumber's just more exhausted now from being a great ape, but I thought that was kind of surprising. And again, like I said before, in Heroes, they can make anybody as strong as they want. So Fu, actually, Golden Cooler tries to cheap shot Fu and misses. And Fu, having attained control of the situation, leaves the fight, and it's down to Cumber against the Saiyans. Goku goes Super Saiyan God with the red hair. It was cool seeing the form and the aura again. And the cliffhanger of the episode teases that God, Goku, and Cumber are about to fight. Now it's interesting because Cumber knows what the Super Saiyan God form is. He sees Goku with the red hair and he recognizes it. And Goku's never met Cumber before. So a lot of fans have been talking about this one line and dissecting it, believing that it's possible that Cumber may have ties to the Yamoshi storyline, and that he's seen the original Super Saiyan God or a Super Saiyan God at some point in the past. That, of course, remains to be seen. There's no new evidence on that yet, but I figured it would be an interesting point to put in this review because it could be a talking point in the future about Cumber's history. He knew what Super Saiyan God was, and there hasn't been one of those in how long? Did Cumber run into another god somewhere else? What's the story here? Maybe we'll find out soon. But I figure it's important to point out here. It's, I guess, somewhat weird that Goku goes from Blue Kaioken down to God, but I'm thinking it might have to do with the fact that he's trying to conserve his big power, sort of like what he did in Dragon Ball Super Episode 104, but that will probably be answered in more detail in the next episode. And speaking of the next episode of Heroes, it's happening. I've talked about this. We did videos on it weeks ago. It's supposed to be happening in November, but we're going to get the episode ahead of time before November because the video game update's in November. But coming up, next episode of Dragon Ball Heroes, the anime, Super Saiyan 4 Vegetto will appear finally. Not Gogeta, not Gogeta. Super Saiyan 4 Vegetto. Presumably the fusion of Zeno Goku, we haven't seen since the first episode, and Zeno Vegeta, or maybe even this Vegeta, even though I have a weird feeling it's going to be Zeno Vegeta because Zeno Vegeta can do Super Saiyan 4. Dragon Ball Super Vegeta doesn't have any idea what Super Saiyan 4 is. You know what I mean? It's two different continuities converging here on Dragon Ball Heroes. So yes, there will be two Gokus and two Vegetas, and we do know that, or I've heard that Super Saiyan God Vegeta, the red-haired form, might also appear. I don't know if it's Universe Mission 5 or 6. I don't know exactly, but he may also appear here. So we're going to get to see SSG Vegeta in anime form, red-haired, possibly a month or two before the Broly movie. So that is kind of cool that we're going to get a preview of that, most likely. I don't know for sure. That's what it appears to be the case based on the cards coming out. But we're definitely going to see Super Saiyan 4 Vegetto. I mean, it's in the next episode preview title. It's in the title for the next episode. Now, again, as far as my thoughts on this episode, it's the same as before. It was entertaining. It's not anything groundbreaking. You can skip the entire series if you want to. But if you're watching it, like I've always said, it's less than 10 minutes. You can watch it during a piss break. You can watch it during your lunch break at work. I mean, there's so many ways to just get this done and watch it, and you won't be bored. It's not boring or anything. It's okay. It's just nothing. There are no truly great, amazing fights. Also, I'm surprised that we have not seen Ozato or any of the characters that are in the manga version. None. They have not gone away from this main Cumber conflict whatsoever in the anime version. The manga and anime version of the Prison Planet arc are two different things. Much like with Dragon Ball Super, the manga and the anime, they portray events differently. We'll see some similarities, but again, I am shocked that Ozato is not there. And yes, I know the review is longer than the episode. See, some people have said that, but I'm giving you as much detail as possible like I always do in these reviews. And like I said, when I do my reviews, it's like I'm talking to y'all like you're my friend. It's not like I have a script or anything. It's not what it is. I've always done my reviews like that where I have notes and I just kind of tell you what I think. You know, with these episodes, though, you don't even have to take notes because they're so damn short. So again, more of the same. I was entertained. Let me know what you think. It was fine. I can't say it sucks or anything. It's whatever. There's some dumb stuff, but it's 10 minutes. And honestly, that little bit of time was fun to look at too. I mean, I don't hate this. I don't have any ill emotion towards it. But if you're gonna skip it, I can't blame you if you don't want to watch the Heroes anime. I mean, I can't. I know a lot of folks are waiting for Broly, waiting for Super. Heroes is just like a little snack in between. That's the best way to look at it. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for your continued support. Thank you so much. You have no idea how thankful I am to all of you for watching these videos I put out. And I hope you all have a great day. And coming up in a few days, the villains of Dragon Ball Heroes. I'm going to break down all the villains, beyond few, coming up on the channel. Hope you enjoy it. Talk to you soon.